My dear friends, greetings to all of you from the garden city of the country, Bangalore. I stay at Bangalore. I am Dr. Tupil Venkatesh. I am honored to be with you. I would like to express my gratitude to my very dear friend, Dr. Basudev Bhattacharya. The Basudev Bhattacharya one day called me. He said, we want you to listen to you. Please deliver a talk. I said, I have been talking all through my 75 years. What is that new talk you want to listen to me? He said, no, you have been working in quality. You please talk about the creating customer value. I said, God, he is giving me something which I do not know, Latin and Greek. How can I speak on some subject about which I never thought of? Creating customer value. You all know, I also know who is the customer. We all know who is the service provider. And of late, since we are all custodians of quality, we claim we are all self-designated commandos, saying that we know what is quality. We know how to help people to deliver quality products. We believe in that. Okay, my question is, how can we think about the customers, what he has in mind? How can we create the value in customers? This disturbed my sleep. In fact, I took several excuses from Basudev saying that, give me some time, let me think it over. Now coming to the point, yes, it's a wonderful topic. What is this? Creating customer value. Now, three things are here. One, we have to create, we have a customer, and we have to identify values. Fine. When we say we have a customer, we should also have the other side of the coin of the customer. If customer has to exist, they should be service provider. We may be service providers on some days, we may be customers on other days. Therefore, we wear both the costumes, both suits we wear. On alternate days, on different days, we are customers, we are consumers, we are producers, we are service providers. Now, when we as service providers, we have to create something which is already there. Is it possible? We only can identify, we cannot create. If customers have value, it is that value which makes us to provide better quality. That means we are going to discover that value which is already there in the customer, or what customer is aspiring for. The customer is aspiring for a quality result, quality products. And we have several tools, international guidelines, standards, recommendations. Using them, we identify ourselves as service providers, as quality service providers. What is that quality we need to provide to our customer? What customer needs? What customer needs is known only to the customer, not to you and me, unless we put ourselves in that customer's position. Therefore, I would like to now summarize what I just mentioned. Customers' expectations are already there. These expectations are the basic values of customer. And that requirement or those values we have to identify. When do we create customer value? When customer has no knowledge about quality. When customer is not aware of what that customer requires, then we have a role to play in creating the value to that customer. Convince that customer, look, these are your values, and then provide that. Are we doing that? Here, who are the customers? The customer is the one who is buying that fish. When a fisherman lady is selling the fish. I'll come to one nice story little later. The customer is the one who is looking for something which he needs for his day-to-day requirement. The customer is the one who is having full faith and trust in the service provider like you and me, because we have projected ourselves to any customer as we are the custodians of quality. Now, why do we say we are the custodians of quality? We are there to recognize quality products, quality services. How do we recognize? We comply with certain requirement which will ensure that the services or the products which are provided to the customer are of very high quality. We are convinced. But what about customer? Customer is not aware of any of these things. I am from a medical field. The medical diagnostic laboratories are supposed to give quality result, means reliable result, means dependable result, means with that result the patient care will become better, means that patient will become better tomorrow. There is no risk associated when I give a quality results. Okay? How do I ensure I am giving quality results? Because I know I am complying with certain international standard. I am complying with certain requirements of national, local, regional regulations. I am also complying with my own conscience of providing quality service at any cost. Look at that. Quality will not come just like that. Quality also costs. Lack of quality costs more. Okay, I am the provider of quality services about which I have already educated my customer. Look, you are coming to me for this service and I am going to provide you quality service. What are all the quality? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H I am going to mention. Fine. Now the customer is aware of the quality of the product which I am going to supply, quality of the result I am going to provide. This customer is now, he has certain expectations. Who created that expectation? It's you and me, custodians of quality. We have created that expectation. When I wanted to buy the pressure cooker, safety valve, I had no knowledge about what should be its quality. Only when I came to know if that is certified by ISI, then it is of quality. Then whenever I went to buy something, I said, is it ISI certified? Has it ISI logo? This is how I am a customer here. When I buy something and I am educated, I am told this is what you should look for. Who has told me? It is the custodians of quality like you and me who are providing service. Fine. One very interesting thing happened. An ordinary fisherman, a lady selling fish on the seashore, she was selling the fresh fish. Her husband used to catch fish. She used to sell. She had a basket and fishes. People used to go and buy. Then what happened? One intelligent man who had lot of knowledge about quality went and saw this business going on. Lady with the fish in the basket, people coming, buying the fish. He went and asked that lady, who? This gentleman. What are you selling? Lady said, can you not see? I am selling fish. He asked, is this fresh fish? She said, yes, it is fresh fish. Are you selling? Of course I am selling. See, I have sold already. And whatever is left, unsold, I'll take it home. He said, then you do one thing. This custodian of quality suggested wonderful thing. Why don't you put a board in front of you? Fresh fish sold here. So that people when they come, they are convinced, your customer will be convinced that the fish is fresh and it is sold here. Lady was convinced. She said, oh Babuji, I don't know how to write. You please write and put a board. He wrote, fresh fish sold here. He kept them. Lady was very happy. She gave 2 fishes as a inam to that fellow. That fellow was very happy, took 2 fishes and went away. After some time, another custodian of quality came there. These are all people who develop standards. These are all people who implement standards. These are all people who insist on the use of standards. The second fellow came and asked that lady, "You are selling fish here?" She said, "Of course, see the board." She did not know what was written. "Oh, you are selling fish here. Oh, I see fresh fish sold here. Okay, is this fish fresh?" She said, "Of course." "Then why do you want to write that fresh? Remove that fresh. You just say fish sold here." Lady got convinced. "Yes, I am selling fish only. Why should I mention fresh? It is already fresh." She asked him to do whatever alteration, amendment or correction he had to do. This gentleman took 2 more fishes as inam and removed that first word, fresh. He went away. After some time, another gentleman came. He is also a custodian of quality. He asked this lady, "I see the board fish sold here. Are you selling anything else?" This lady said, No, I am selling only fish here." "You are selling, "Yes." "Then you do one thing. Remove that fish. Fish is there already in front of you. You don't have anything else. Sold here," you put the board. People will come, they buy. Lady was shocked, surprised. "God, things are made so simple for me." He said, "Okay, I'll erase that fish sold here. That fresh was erased by first fellow, fish was erased by this fellow." But he also took 2 fishes and went without paying. After some time, the business did not change, business did not improve. People were coming as usual, buying regular customers. Regular customers who have valued this lady, not that board, not those words. After some time, one more gentleman came, custodian of quality, 3. He saw sold here. He asked that lady, "You have fish in front of you. What are you doing?" She said, "I'm selling." "Then why is sold here? You are not selling somewhere there, Remove that sold here also. Remove that board. It is not required." Back to square one. Lady said, "Do, Baba, whatever you want to do." Again, 2 fishes were given to him. He also went happy. She could not give money. Lady, before that first custodian of quality came, she was already having certain values. As a lady selling the fish. In between, some quality custodians walked in. They have recommended this, that, do that, don't do this, do this. And eventually, this lady who was already having certain values, who continued to have the value, at the end, even after the board was removed, she continued to have that value. Who created this value in that service provider, that lady selling the fish? It is the people who were coming. They did not read the board. Fresh fish sold here, sold here, nothing they read. They only saw that product, they saw that lady. Now, the value in the customer is something which is between the customer and the service provider, and understanding of each other's role. If the service provider's role is understood by the customer's expectations are understood by the service provider, this is the common value. There's a commonality in this value. Let me just tell you, I'll tell you after some time in the next section, the creating customer value. There are 2 people, only 2 people. It is the service provider and the customer. They together identify what is best for both of them. There are 6 common factors which are common to both of them, which I am going to tell you a little later. Okay, my dear friends, many of us who are quality custodians, when we go and advise, when we go and tell some customer, go and talk to the service provider, Are we distorting? Are we adding something which has no value? The true value, the value to create value in that customer, there are only two people involved, two sides of the same coin. One side is the service provider, that lady selling the fish. Other side is the customer who is buying the fish. Okay. Now, I will continue with some 6 virtues which are required to create the customer value. And then in the third section, I've divided my talk into 3 sections. The first section is, we have realized only 2 parties are concerned in creating identifying, recognizing the customer's value. That is the service provider and the service who takes the service. Okay?